The Mazda 3 hatchback 6-speed manual. Hello and welcome to the video. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I'm back at Wayne Mazda and we're taking a look at the 2023 Mazda 3 hatchback with the premium package and 6-speed manual transmission. Let's get right to it, starting with the grille. This is Mazda's signature pentagon-shaped grille. The design features this stretch honeycomb wiring finished in gloss black. If you look closely, you'll notice that some of the spaces in the wiring are actually solid, and this is a clever way Mazda was able to camouflage some of the sensors on the car. Wrapping around the bottom edges of the grille is this thick metallic gloss black trim that sticks out from the grille and comes to a point at the sides, and then continues on underneath the headlights. These full LED headlights and daytime running lights sit in a very slim and slicked back housing. The low beams sit in a circular projector housing and the daytime running lights wrap right around it. The LED turn signals run along the top of the housing just past the edge of those running lights, and Mazdas have interesting turn signals. They don't blink on and off like traditional LEDs. Instead, they gradually and gently blink off to further the upscale design of the car. Dropping down below the headlights is some very smooth bodywork on the bumper. No slots, no vents, no crazy trim. Elegance and simplicity is what Mazda went for on this, and honestly, they nailed it. The splitter on the lower bumper is finished in flat black and will take a beating well over time. The crease lines on the hood flow nicely from the A-pillars right down to the top corners of the grille. This one here is in Mazda's signature color, Soul Red Crystal Metallic. Turning to the side, this Mazda 3 hatchback has some unique styling. Mazda went in a slightly different direction with their hatch than the Civic and the Corolla. Hatchbacks tend to be more upright in the rear or have a fastback style like the Civic hatch. Mazda kind of did a combination of the two. The rear glass is sharply slanted like a sedan or a fastback hatch, but then the rest of the back goes completely vertical below the edge of the glass. It certainly makes the Mazda 3 stand out and give it an unmistakable side profile. The shape of the rear has also made the styling and shape of the rear passenger doors quite interesting, particularly the windows. The window kind of just bends around right into the top edge, and it's certainly not very traditional looking whatsoever. The window trim is a combination of a chrome strip along the bottom and gloss black in the center. The mirrors are equipped with LED indicator lights. The styling is very smooth. No creases, no sharp belt lines on the doors. There's a very small flat black sill extension running along the bottom edge. Taking a look at the wheels, this is a 10-spoke 18-inch wheel finished in metallic gloss black. The tires this is riding on are 215/45 Toyo Proxys A40 all-season tires. Turning to the rear of the Mazda 3, less is more. It has a clean design to it. The rear hatch is nice and smooth and very rounded. The taillights are full LED, including turn signals and reverse lights. You'll notice how the taillights are the exact same shape as the headlights, and the turn signals have the same blinking sequence as the front. Dropping to the bottom, things look very high-end with this beautiful painted black lower bumper with 2 integrated reflectors and dual chrome exhaust. Do you think the Mazda 3 has a more premium design than the Civic or the Corolla? Let me know down in the comments. Opening up the rear hatch, there's 20.1 cubic feet of space with the seats up and 47.1 cubic feet of space with the seats folded down. And this one is equipped with the cargo cover to make sure no one can look in and see what you got. The lift gate does require manual opening and closing, but there is a lock button located on the inside of the door. Taking a look under the hood here is a 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine that makes 191 horsepower and 186 pound-feet of torque. That's paired with a 6-speed manual transmission, and 0 to 60 takes roughly 6.9 seconds. Fuel economy ratings are combined 30 miles per gallon, that's 26 miles per gallon in the city and 36 on the highway, and the capacity of the fuel tank is 13.2 gallons. If you're enjoying this review, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more weekly videos. Now, I've said this before, but when it comes to non-luxury car brands, Mazda makes the best interiors out of all its competition, and the interior is by far the car's most valuable asset. This Mazda 3's interior is nicer than its competition and even some luxury compact cars like the Acura Integra and Lexus IS. The upper part of the dashboard is a very grippy soft touch material, and just below is this stretch of some of the softest leather you've ever felt with some subtle stitching. On the door panel, the soft material carries over as well as the stitched leather. The armrest and the door panel just above are covered in a soft leatherette. There's a beautiful silver speaker grille from the Bose sound system and a nice silver accent coming off the door handle. The black leather seats have the same stitching on them, and the front seats are heated. Driver has a power seat, and the passenger has a manual adjustment. The steering wheel is covered in more of that soft leather. The horn button is finished in a smoother plastic so it doesn't feel scratchy and cheap like most other cars in the class. On the left side of the wheel are the audio and Bluetooth controls, and on the right are your cruise control settings. Behind the wheel are some very standard and typical looking gauges. However, the middle one is actually a digital display that shows a few different things. And just above that is your heads-up display. There's also nice padding along the bottom where you would rest your knee. AC climate controls are physical buttons, and this Mazda 3 has dual zone climate controls, so there won't be any fights over who's hot and who's not. Each passenger gets 2 air vents, and the passenger seat has this kind of flowing one vent illusion going on that's been a popular design element in lots of cars recently. Now this Mazda 3 here is fresh off the truck, so unfortunately there's some plastic covering a few things in here. But let me tell you, unwrapping a car is one of the most fun things a human being can experience. The screen is 8.8 inches and does not have any touch functionality. It's controlled by the usual Mazda knob down on the console. Some people are okay with it, some people hate it. It's personal preference. Do I prefer touchscreen? Yeah, but it doesn't bother me. I think people forget that cars didn't always have touchscreens and we all used to manage just fine. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth audio, and Sirius XM are all included. This one has an optional navigation system that has not been activated yet. On the center console, underneath the plastic, is a gloss black finish. There's that beautiful leather-wrapped 6-speed gearbox along with the infotainment controls. This model comes equipped with a 12-speaker Bose sound system. Let's take a quick listen to that. I think the system sounds great overall. Mids and highs have great clarity, but there's some unevenness in the low-end frequencies. When listening to hip-hop music with a lot of deep 808s, certain frequencies are exaggerated and come out much louder than the others, so really, it just has to do with the specific tuning. Safety features include lane keep assist, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and collision mitigation braking. Storage space is good in here. There's a small compartment at the front for some small items in front of the cup holders. The center console is quite large and has 2 USBs and a 12 volt, and the glove box is a good size too. Up above is a standard size moonroof as well as a sunglass holder. So now in the back seat, 6 feet tall, and there's decent room, especially for a compact sedan. 35.1 inches of legroom, nice padded center armrest with 2 cup holders, and 1 pocket behind the passenger seat. And one thing I'm quite impressed with is that the door panels on the rear doors have all the same soft materials as the front. Companies tend to cheap out in the back, so this really ups the premium feel. MSRP of this Mazda 3 Hatchback Premium is $31,200. I want to give a big thank you to Wayne Mazda for allowing me to come out today to show you guys the Mazda 3. They're located on Route 23 in Wayne, so stop by if you're in North Jersey or in the New York metro area. And when you get there, ask for Carlos Estevez. Let me know your thoughts on the Mazda 3 down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to share with a friend and subscribe. It'll really help the channel grow. And hit the notification bell so you won't miss any videos. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later.